Welcome to Next Level Greatness, the podcast. Around here, we'll be talking about all things expansion, going from good to great and from great to greatness. I'm your host, Barbie. Get ready for your next level. Let's do this. Welcome to Next Level Greatness, the podcast. All right. Today, I have something that honestly blew my own mind away. I have never experienced or done a past life transgression. I don't know if it was a meditation, an exercise, but let's call it an experience. So let me give you the backstory on this. As you know, I am 100% open to trying out different modalities, different therapies, all of that stuff. And I had seen the manifestation babe, Catherine Sinkina, who I have spoken about on this podcast before. She mentioned having done some sessions with Dr. Connolly, who is the creator, the founder of rapid resolution therapy. And he is against, I don't know if he's against, I think he is against regular talk therapy. And I'm going to have him on the show one of these days soon. And he said yes. So he did accept the invitation. But he said that he is, so I'm going to go ahead and use the word against. And if there are any therapists out there, don't get mad at me. This is what he said. He said he's not mainstream. And he said that he finds that talk therapy can at times re-traumatize the patient. Anyway, I'm not going to speak for him, but I personally do like talk therapy for certain things. And there are other things that I feel like, gosh, I spent 9 or 10 years going to talk therapy and I'm not really sure what I did there. So I had an issue that I wanted to work on with Dr. Connelly. And they said, you only ever need one session. And so the issue for me had to do with my fatigue and my tiredness. I knew that I was stuck in a loop with saying that I'm tired. And I was afraid that every time that I would get tired, that meant that I was getting sick. And so I kept repeating that and I kept repeating that. And I tried not to, I really did. And you know that I've been pacing myself. You know that I do meditation. You know that I take rest, as one of my friends, Stephanie, says, empowered rest. I take empowered rest. I was doing all the things, but I felt that I kept hitting a wall when it came to it was like a limiting belief that I just seemed kind of stuck on. And I just couldn't get past it. And so it was almost like I was not afraid to work, but I was afraid to push myself. I was afraid, and rightly so, because if I did push myself, then I would get really tired. But here's the thing, and here's what he helped me solve. That I would say, oh, if I'm tired, then it must mean that I'm not well. That was the story that I was like on repeat. It was like a broken record. And so I went to him and he started talking about, he was talking to my subconscious. He wasn't talking to me directly. And he was telling me about lions and tigers. And when in nature, a lion is chasing zebras, what happens afterwards? They both, if the zebra survives, it needs to rest, or they need to rest. But so does the lion. And that somehow got into my subconscious mind. And I was like, oh, I'm not actually sick. I'm just tired. I just need to rest. And at first, you guys, I really didn't know if it worked. This was $4,500 for 3 sessions. So it was really, really pricey. But I was like, what if it works? And so at first I was like, I don't know if this worked. I mean, okay, this is really simple. Lions and zebras, they need to rest. Okay. And it was 3 sessions. So it was like, okay, well, that's all I kind of remembered. And I have to tell you, ever since then, I have been feeling pretty fantastic. And when I'm tired, I rest. And I literally tell myself, lions and zebras need to rest. And instead of making up a story or continuing on the broken record that, oh my gosh, I'm tired, this must mean that I'm sick or that I'm not recovered yet, I simply rest and I tell myself that I'm just resting. Normal people, everyday people, they need to rest when they're tired. And the next day, I wake up energized. And sometimes I need to rest 2 days and then I'm good and I just wake up energized. Something shifted really, really deeply within me. And like I said, this is the longest time that I have gone where I'm just consistently doing amazing. And by amazing, I mean I'm able to work out 5 days a week now. I haven't done that in years because I was not able to. And when I'm tired, I rest and I just feel like I've had this really deep identity shift. So Catherine Zankina has a coach. Her name is Andrea Crowder. And I'm friends with her through Beachbody, now Body. And so I reached out to her and then I tagged her because I posted about it. And she said, I love this shit. She's like, it is freedom. And I have to agree. I mean, I just got goosebumps and I feel my heart expanding. It really feels like freedom. I could not seem to get out of this loop. So I'm going to link his information, whether you decide that you want to see him personally or you want to check it out and find a therapist that is specialized or certified in that. And he also offers free Monday night sessions. So there's something for everybody. And so in this session and on today's podcast, I actually want to share part of my session, which was so powerful. We did a past life transgression. Now, let me say that the past life transgression was only one little part. And that's the part I'm sharing with you today because it was so powerful. All the other sessions we were talking about, I'm not even sure what we were talking about, lions and zebras. But again, he was talking to my subconscious mind. In this session, he, as you'll see, he asked me if I was open to past life transgression. I was like, oh, well, I've never done it, but sure, let's do it. And I was a warrior man. And it felt so amazing. So whatever information, whatever experience I had during what you're about to listen to changed everything for me beyond my health, beyond me feeling like I'm just doing so well now. It also helped me with my business. I got reconnected to my mission. And you'll hear me talk about it in the podcast when I'm speaking to him. But I just feel like I'm connected on a whole different level that I've never been connected to my mission, to my work, that it's not about me, that it's happening through me. It's pretty amazing. Okay, so before we start, I do want to tell you that Athena, the Art of Business, is coming up soon. And you can enjoy really special pricing. The link is below. I wanted to make a long window or have a long window to make this program accessible in terms of cost to anyone with an online business. And so before the price goes up, if you are interested, do not sleep on it because it is going to go up, but it is accessible to you, to everyone now. All right. I hope that you enjoy this session. Keep an open mind. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. It's really just me sharing something that has totally shifted me. And I didn't know that it was what it is, but it is what it is. It's really freaking amazing. And I'm so excited. All right. Enjoy.
What is your thought in terms of past life stuff? What do you think of all that?
Past life.
Yeah.
I'm open to it. It's not like, oh, definitely we had past lives. Like,
So here's what I'm thinking. I think that I don't have the thought that I know anything about what's true. I do know that what I have accomplished using that as either something that has happened or perhaps a metaphor has proven really valuable for a number of people. So if you're open to look through that lens, and you are, and then we can see what happens there.
Let's do it.
So what will happen then, your eyes are closed, and that's fine, and they can just continue to rest closed. And you're unconscious. You don't have to consciously be involved in this, and I don't know how you would be consciously involved in it, but your unconscious inner mind then scans back through data, through the recordings of things that have been experienced. Things that have been experienced are not in existence, but the recording, the data may be accessed. And then as we look forward to moving forward with a mind that's clear and sourced, creativity and reason, where you can see possibility and seize opportunity, as we look forward toward that, unconscious mind, below conscious awareness, outside of conscious awareness, scans through all those records to find a particular moment of a particular lifetime. And then I'll guide you to what there is to learn and do. And you'll, of course, always be aware of my voice. You can hear and respond and speak to me without interfering with anything. So we remain connected all through as you begin to then just be drawn back and back to an earlier time, even earlier than your birth, to a particular moment during a prior lifetime. And then you'll be there, and it will emerge with more clarity as you just answer the questions I ask with whatever just comes to mind. And so, first question is, as you're there at that particular moment, do you sense being inside or outside? Do you sense being inside? Just notice what's around and say either inside or outside.
Like inside a body.
Yes. And inside that body, of course, and inside that body, outdoors or in a building or structure?
Outdoors.
Yes, that's perfect. You're doing well. And then as you notice what's around, is it more like farmland, more like city, more like a forest, more like a desert? What is it you see around you?
Like the sky and nature.
Yes. In nature, you're seeing plants. Are you seeing trees? Are you seeing?
It's like sky. It's like
Yes.
ground. I'm on the ground and I just see open sky.
Yes, that's beautiful. And as you see the sky from the ground, that's perfect. You see the sky from the ground, you begin to get a sense as to who you are seeing that sky. And notice first whether it seems that you are a man, woman, a child, female, male.
You're like a man.
Man, yes. And then as you can sense being a man there, seeing the sky, outdoors, in your body, seeing the sky, outdoors, nature, sky, you're a man. And how old do you feel?
35.
Yes. So a 35-year-old man outdoors, and you see the sky, and then you get a sense as to what's going on in your life, whether it's a time that's peaceful or whether there's turmoil, whether there's struggle, whether there are others, whether you're alone. What do you notice in your life now?
I sense I'm standing alone, but I know that I'm a leader. And I'm contemplating, like I'm looking up at the sky, contemplating what's to come. But I'm like, there's a people that's depending on me. I keep thinking of the movie.
Yes, that's great. And then there you are, a 35-year-old man, you're a leader. And now is alone time for you. See the sky, but there are things you are feeling a responsibility for, and you sense that, and you look to do that. And then from there, that life winds forward to a moment that will be valuable for us to learn from. That's it. And what's going on there?
It's a celebration. It's like a feeling of celebration, like I'm back. I'm back with the people.
Yes.
Woo. And I feel like there's like a woman, so I'm like back with my wife, like she's
Yes.
like Roman times, like
Yes, it's lovely. Yes.
I feel her and I'm coming back to her, but I feel the celebration energy of the people.
Yes, that's lovely. And you've got it. And then notice from there, feeling the celebration and there with her, as all of that is, you begin to sense things you've learned, experienced, accomplished, things you now know. And then that just is. And then things move forward and forward and forward to very close to the end of that lifetime. Mm-hmm. And they're approaching the end, approaching the transition. It feels like you're about how old?
Close to 80.
Yes, in a relatively long lifetime. And take a moment again from there to just reflect on experiences and what you understand and what you learn.
Yeah, courage and love are what matters. Yeah. Like courage and love. Like it was worth it. Yeah, it was courage and love. Woo! And like the people and standing for something that was greater than, like, it's so clear that I was standing for something that was greater than myself.
Yes.
It wasn't about me. Wow.
Yes. And then all the way through that death, and then on the other side, where you can reflect from there about what was learned, what was experienced, but with even more clarity, more objectivity, and freedom from a distance. And there's distance, there's more clarity, and there's more understanding, and things even that were confusing are clear from here. And what was learned is clear from here. And then gradually you're brought back into this experience with me here, your home, your dog, your chair. Yes, good job.
It was awesome.
Yeah, there was a lot from that, yes?
That was really, really freaking cool. Wow.
I had a sense that would be providing something that has real value to you moving forward.
Wow, that was really cool.
Yes. So now think in terms of being here and think in terms of moving forward and your vision and your understanding. And what do you notice about understanding and vision moving forward now?
It's so clear that it's not about me, that I'm representing, that I'm standing for something that's big. That makes me emotional, that I'm standing for something bigger than myself, right? Like my person.
And then experience that emotion that comes with that. That's an interesting thing, that it's okay now to just experience and feel that feeling, that it's more than just you, that it's something else, that it's outside.
Yeah, it's like I'm in that memory or whatever. It's like I'm in this body, but like the body's just a vessel. I wasn't looking at my belly button, right? It was like,
No, you sure weren't.
no, I was like being pushed forward, and it was just that the body was like the vessel, the actor. And what I felt was a sense of oneness. Like I've told you that I see purple, right? Like it was like I felt I was the energy. And when I died, I went back to being the energy. So the clarity was actually the same. Like the me in this body, the male body, it was really like the movie 300 or whatever it's called. I don't know. It was like a warrior, just like stoic, like gazing out to the future, being courageous. But I knew, like I felt that it wasn't about me, that the people were depending on me. And then when I transitioned, I had the same feeling, like there was like no separation. It's just that I didn't have a body anymore. I went back to the unified field.
So let's see what happens as you look forward to think now in terms of your business for a moment, and just give that a few moments, and let's see what comes up from there now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm moving forward. I really always do think of other people, but I've been too self-centered. And so moving forward, it's removing the focus away from like, how am I looking? How am I sounding? Because this man didn't think that at all. It was all about the people. It was all about the mission. It was all about the understanding of being one and having a greater purpose. So if I can move forward with working on the business. So yes, what is the message that will help the people? What is it's like the right message. Where am I taking?
So you're moving right into that intention right now.
Yes, I'm moving into that intention right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah, that's lovely. And that adds clarity and power. That adds significant clarity and power as you move forward.
Yes. It's like, there's just this unity. It's like what I felt after I transitioned was that we're all part of the unified field, right? Like we're all energy. And so if I can remember that.
So the next step is, no, you don't need to remember it. So close your eyes, and it just is what you're experiencing. It's like you don't need to remember your body.
No, not at all.
Yes. And so you don't need to remember your purpose.
No.
That's nice.
It was the coolest thing that he was in a body, but he wasn't thinking about his body. It was like the purpose.
Yes, it was all purpose.
Oh, wow. It was so powerful.
Yeah. And now, so as you move forward with your business, notice how that just unfolds from here. And that purpose just moves through you. It lifts you. It takes care of it for you.
Yeah. Whoop.
Yeah. So it has you. You're inhabited by your purpose. You're the glove. Your purpose is the hand. You're moved by it. So the things you can remember about trying to figure things out, and you can remember it, but then close your eyes and swept forward, since you're the glove and your purpose is the hand. It just moves you.
And that's how it felt.
Yes. So that's taking care of what there is to do. That is what there is to do. It just shows up. It's not question. There's great peace with that, but it's peace. It's not sleepiness.
No, it was
Peace
like
with power.
there was no tiredness. There was no being in the body.
Yeah.
Dr. Connolly is really good.
Oh, well, thank you, dear. a pleasure to do this with you.
If you loved this episode and if you're loving my podcast, I would love for you to leave a review. They really do make a difference in spreading the word and having more people be impacted. Also, I'd love for you to join me in my Facebook community called The Magnetic Portal. You can find the link in the show notes. I'll see you next time.